Good morning, YouTube. What a wonderful day to be waking up in today. And give you a good close-up on that beautiful lady first before I start. But I have got so much great news to give you today that it's just hardly can contain it. It's just such a beautiful world that we live in. So many beautiful thoughts that come from getting into the vortex. So many beautiful thoughts are coming upon us this morning and coming upon me as I'm waking up and realizing that I'm here in the omnipotent, infinite presence of infinite mind, and infinite God is flowing through me and giving me everything that I need, and all abundant thoughts, and all abundance in my life, and all the wonderful things that bring joy, and all the wonderful things that bring peace and happiness. They're all here for me, and they're all flowing through me, and we can all have that flow. And let us get into it now and let it show. Let it glow. Let us go. Let us go with it and flow with it and show with it. And now, because what all is infinitely here, and what all we can be is now available. There is no limits to our mental or creative ability or happiness or joy or anything else except what we ourselves put on our mind ourselves. We are the only ones that can lock down our mind. We're the only ones that can lock down our wealth or our ability to create wealth. We are the only ones that can keep ourselves from achieving everything that we want to achieve. So let us remove these limitations and thus fully empower ourselves. Receive your real power this morning. Learn about your real self. Learn about your true being. Your real self is all powerful, all energetic, all creative, all producing, has all ability to love, all ability to produce joy, give joy, receive joy, all ability to produce abundance, receive abundance, have abundance, all ability to receive wealth, give wealth, flow wealth, and circulate wealth. Our infinite source, divine mind, has a magnificent and huge amount of joy, a truly superfluous amount of love, hundreds, thousands of oceans of peace, and all the healing power we can ever use. Why then are we ever sad? Why then are we ever fearful, or why are we negative in any way? Think about the full length of eternity and the full meaning of immortality. What could be a better setup than this? I mean, this is such a marvelous setup. We should let these thoughts continually be flowing through and filling our mind. If we will spend but 20 minutes a day concentrating on getting as happy, relaxed, and joyful as we can be, all of these things will begin to happen faster than we can hardly believe it or hardly blink an eye. Get my book here to show you. This is one of my favorite books, and one of them I'll be mentioning over and over during this program. And you need to get down that title, Getting into the Vortex, Esther and Jerry Hicks, the Teachings of Abraham. And get that book and read that and study that along with listening to these videos. And it won't be long till you'll have all of your dreams and everything that you could possibly hope for. So let's just relax on that fact and begin to do it. It'll happen. Doing this regularly will have more and more increased good and will result in love and peace and relaxation being arrived at faster and more completely every day. We will become more joyful and full of true energy every day. Be grateful for this knowledge and rejoice ahead of the full demonstration, and this will speed it up. Know that you cannot think or allow flow any good thought that is not 100,000 times greater in amount and availability than you could possibly think or write. There is no fear to endless energy. We have endless energy available to us by tapping our inner power, and we can reach this power through silent meditation and truly asking for it. Those who put effort into raising their awareness will rise much faster in consciousness. Therefore, we will, as we begin to get into this, into the vortex and begin to allow the vortex to work for us, we will be rising more and more in consciousness and seeing untold thousands of facets of things which we could never believe if we were sat down and wrote in a notebook and tried to think up the most fantastic thing we could think of the most fabulous wealth and the most fabulous happiness and the most fabulous joy and the most fabulous energy and the most happy days of living and a healthy, abundant quality of life that we could put down in that notebook. It'll be 100 times greater than that, because we'll not even be able to, after we write all those things down, we'll never be able to come up with all of the things which are in that vortex, which we will start seeing as we begin to let our consciousness rise. Tune into your real self, then, your higher self. Spend time with your higher consciousness that is trying to rise. Your inner self, your higher self, is trying to rise and trying to get you to rise with it. So we need to give it the appropriate amount of time. The dividends that it will pay are far beyond your wildest dreams and furthest imaginations. When you begin to recognize your actual and real self, it will be truly powerful and magical. We are powerful creators. We see that all across YouTube. It's over and over and over again everywhere on YouTube. We are powerful creators. And Tanya Love states that over and over on her program, Tanya Love Show. And there's a YouTube channel called We Are Creators that goes over that and mentions we are powerful creators. And so it's in plenty of places, and we can find and begin to understand how powerful we are as creators in so many ways and on so many channels. We have all the needed energy and creative ability that we will ever need already present right now. We are in reality already healed, because infinite mind never has an interruption in power and energy and is always with us to flow from us. So what does that mean? The I of that. The importance, the insinuation, the intensity of it, the implication of it, the 4 or 5, you can name 5 or 6 things that begin with I. No interruption in it, all intensity in it, all the implications of it, all the importance of it, and everything that it means to you, all the significance that it means to you, there's no interruption in power and energy. We are a mega magnificent miracle and a mega miraculous manifester. We are in reality eager, energetic, endowed, expanding, empowered, efficient, enthusiastic entrepreneurs. We are in reality healthy, harmonious, happy, huge manifestors and have all good. We are in reality super, significant, solid, substantive, substance, strong, supplied, sourced, and sent. Learn all those things. We can truly be magnificent manifestors and marvelous, miraculous miracle workers and healers and mega magical light workers if we never forget who we are. Never forget who we are. Never forget that we are powerful creators. Never forget that we are now immortal. Never forget that we're now reflecting everything good. Never forget that all source energy and all of God's power and love and authority and all of its light and love and joy is flowing through us now. It's one with our atoms, flowing in and through our atoms, within our atoms and without our atoms, and we are one with it, and we can receive that power at any time and understand it, and we are powerfully immortal. We are, and how never forget how truly and powerfully immortal we are, and how vastly and truly omnipotent and omnipresent is our source. How infinitely present is our infinite mind. How infinitely powerful, omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent is God. How immediate and completely ready all this love, energy, and healing power is right now. Right now. How truly great and large is the size and amount of this energy and solid power that we can receive this very moment. So let's begin to make the most of the moment, and we'll be able to do 10 times as much in every minute and every hour as that what we used to be able to do in an hour. Only one thing. We'll be able to do 10 in the same length of time that we was able to do 1. Think about how much wealthier that'll make you when you be able to produce 10 times as much an hour as you were before. And this is really true because you'll have 10 times as much energy. You'll have 10 times as much creative power. You'll have 10 times as much wisdom. You'll have 10 times as much light. You'll have 10 times as much overall health and healing. 10 times as much quality of life. 10 times as much acuity. 10 times as much perspicuity and perspicacity of mind. 10 times as much elasticity of mind. 10 times as much keenness and awareness and authority and ability to go in a great aura of power and authority with light shining from your forehead and countenance and your eyes and your power and authority in every area of your life. How much power and energy are we blocking from our flow by our fears and superstitions and the multitude of our doubts, which are a lot? And if you started, one of the things you could do as a notebook also, while writing all the things that you're dreaming about and wanting, you write down all the fears and superstitions that people have, and write down all the fears and superstitions that you still have. And you'd be surprised. You could fill a whole notebook with fears and superstitions once you begin to uncover those actual fears. Like the fear that, I couldn't possibly make enough money to have what I really would enjoy having, or people would not accept the fact that I should have that, or and you could just go on and say, I fear that maybe if I worked real hard and got real tired and out of energy, building a big, great, nice house and building a big business with 100 different stores in a franchise or something, that when about the time I got all that done, I fear that I'd probably come down with some kind of a illness. Well, that's another superstition, because that doesn't have to happen. And you can just keep on and keep on. Oh, I fear that if I pluck down all my money investing in a business, that business will fail. See, you can just go on down and write a whole notebook of your fears and your superstitions. But when you know the truth, you know that none of those things have any power. The only thing that has any power is us lifting our consciousness. If we lift our consciousness, we'll gain the wisdom and authority and the energy and the power and the quality of mind and the quality of thought and the quality of life and the fearlessness and the eruditeness and exuding power and enlightenment power and spectral power and all the rest of it to be able to make that business go. So when we clear all this negative, false thinking out of the way, our creative and our true and real energy, which is overwhelming, and our truly creative powers, which will be overwhelming, we won't believe the creative powers that we have as we begin to do this and get into this vortex and raise our consciousness. And all the intuitive energy will mushroom and flow pleasurously. There are so many multiples of magnificent manifold spectrums and manifold and multifaceted spectrums of energy and health and awareness and creative ability, and it is in a myriad of forms. As consciousness rises, we will utilize all of this. We have so much adventure, creation, ecstasy, myriad forms of energy, and power to look forward to in all of this raising of our consciousness. There are infinite spectrums of energy, power, strength, and healing, love, joy, and peace within the mind and our source. And I'll have to continue this discussion on the next video.